Hello everybody, this is Level Up Lani and welcome to Darkest Dungeon. I've literally forgotten what episode because it's early in the morning, but when it's all put up on YouTube and that, the episode will be up. So, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today I'm going to be playing just a very simple mission, explore 90% of the rooms, because along with playing this game, I would love to be talking with you guys as well, just chatting. And the reason I want to do that is because I know for the last couple of days I've been playing a lot of my games non-commentary, and I'll be explaining the reason why, as well as just wanting to talk to you guys again, get back into the swing of things and get my voice active and vocal in order. So before we begin, very very quickly, number one, I have a cup of tea here because when I talk, I can talk for the time without recognising it, and I need to keep my throat moisturised. And number two, because I'm authentically talking about certain parts of my life I want to share, and I'm always being myself, but I'm just generally being more authentic and bringing it out more. If I stutter, that's going to naturally happen, and in general I have a very wacky, weird, quirky personality, so that's probably going to come out a lot today because I feel that energy coming up in me. So without further ado, we're going to embark on this mission. Let's go. You haven't purchased much food, that's fine. I'm going to go with that risk.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go down there, and then explore upwards, because I can see what's going to go on in those rooms, which are kind of crazy, and I don't want to go there first and then accidentally die and then not be able to explore the other rooms, so that's what I'm going to do. And you can see we've already got a battle here going on anyway, but we've got a good team here. So, first of all, the reason why I've been having to do a lot of my commentary, and just to let you guys know as well, I'm not one of those expert streamers that can expertly play while talk. I'm going to be balancing probably between the two and probably make a lot of mistakes as well, so. But first of all, one of the reasons why I've been gone is because honestly I've been quite unwell. And I do know what my ailments are. Okay, he's resistant, thank goodness. I do know what the ailments are. I'm taking care of them. But there are some days where I only have the energy to get up and record, and that's it. Which means I'm not always able to speak, but I have the energy to get up and record, which is why a lot of my content right now is commentary. Sometimes non-commentary.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And I think in general I'm doing okay. This month here has to be honestly the best.
Back to the pit.
But I don't try I try to do my best not to stay in the negative zone. I just deal with it when it comes.
As the fiend falls,
and just keep going basically.
faint hope blossoms.
And today I actually feel better, a lot better. Much better enough to be talking while playing this beautiful
Their
game.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
But anyway, as I was saying, I know what my ailments are. I'm taking care of them. They're not being ignored. But I do admit they do have a huge effect sometimes, and it can affect my energy levels, and it just disrupts talking sometimes. And sometimes it can also affect mood, which means sometimes I might not even be in the mood for talking. I may not have the energy, I have no clue what to talk about, but I have the energy and capacity to be very highly strategic in the game that I'm playing. I remember actually healing last time. I don't know how he got irrational so quick.
Taken over the edge into
Although
madness.
actually that stress level is there, yeah, that was probably the cause. So, with my other parts of my life, which I feel comfortable in sharing, I am switching up my health routine a little bit. I am actually now doing more Pilates, which is a shock for me because in the past, okay, he's gone to selfish mode. In the past,
self-preservation is paramount.
I wasn't
at
really
any
like
cost.
a Pilates sort of girl. I know on social media everywhere there's like so much talk and clips and TikToks of Pilates, and I've never taken an interest in it in general, just because it was not for me. I was always the weights person and the cardio person. If you remember, this is a very old exercise program. It's going to probably somewhat describe my age. There was, if you remember, this exercise program called, I think, Shaun T's Insanity. Yeah, Shaun T, I think that was his name, but there was a workout program called Insanity. It was like the biggest range, everybody was doing it, getting damaged at the same time. I was that type of person. So I would do a mixture of weights and extreme cardio, not just the Insanity program, but more like very high intense cardio. Even now I tend to walk everywhere for very long distances, and I also do a lot of fasting. So my health routine is kind of extreme for myself, but I do that because I know how my body works. But I never do it to the point where I'm overworked or exhausted. Oh, another battle. Alright. I never do it to the point where I'm like overworked or exhausted. I just do it to the point where I know my body can take the extreme, but then pull it back a little bit. And for anybody that might wonder about that, no, it's not my extreme health routine that's caused me to get sick.
The shadows whisper of
I've already
conspiracy.
checked that, reviewed that. That's not the case. So yeah, as I was saying, I came back to Pilates, starting more Pilates actually, which is going to be very interesting. It doesn't mean I'm going to become one of those matcha latte green tea Pilates girls. Because that's not me. I'm sorry, that's just not me. Not judging anyone who's like that when on social media in real life. I'm just not one of those Pilates girls. I try and do a mixture of all exercises, but because like I was saying, my health has sort of taken a little bit of a bad turn. I had to sort of tone down the exercises and not go as let's say hardcore as I would normally do.
Be gone, fiend.
I go hardcore in here on this game because that's what's required. And trust me, this is perfect for me. Great entertainment, great intellectual stimulation. But in my real life, I have to tone it down, the physical, hardcore stuff, just for a little bit. And focus more on shaping, core strength, toning, basically like muscle building and core strength. And that's what I've been doing at the moment. Today, after recording these videos, I'm going to be popping to the shops because I need to get some very important health supplies for myself. Enjoying the sunlight. Thank goodness we're getting that back in a reasonable pace.
Press this
Although it's where I am, the weather has been going up and down as well, and I don't have a freaking clue what is going on. The weather's just been going up and down, rain, thunder, then sunshine. It's like me when I've had too much chocolate. And that's not a lie, guys. I could go very sort of hyper or like high energy if I have sweets or chocolate, or high amount of chocolate. I think it's the cocoa increasing the oxytocin. I need to do that afterwards. But it's going to be interesting to get into Pilates. I'll tell you guys how it goes, because I'm going to be doing it consistently at the gym. See if it does any changes, see if it actually improves the health situation. I think as you mature as well, from my experience,
nightmarish creatures can be felled.
The body does change, so it cannot always go at the high propensity. I think propensity is the right word, I might have got it wrong, but the high speed that was expected when you were young. It doesn't mean that you can't still be the best, outmatch certain younger people with your health and fitness. I've seen older people generally outmatch people, and especially when they're like gym buddies or real fitness people. You know, everybody's different. And the hardcore stuff I used to do in the gym with weights and cardio, I had to tone that down a bit at this stage, and that's how it goes. And who knows, maybe once things are better, I'll be able to get back into that hardcore mode and go at it again at full throttle, at full speed. I'm doing quite well here for talking and slaying monsters at the same time. I'm quite proud of myself. Nice.
Singular strike.
Critical. So, what next? Been incredibly sleepy, to be honest. But that could be part of the health situation. But if you guys want to comment as well, haven't you guys been feeling sleepy for the last couple of days? I'm not going to say what specific day, but there's just been a lot of exhaustion going around. and it'll probably go into the next bit I was talking about. And I'll be real and honest with you guys, because while I don't really like to constantly talk about negativity or the stuff in the world constantly 24/7 all the time, because I do not want to become like a drama channel. I'll just go into it here, since I feel like I will want to probably share it here. I feel like comfortable sharing with you guys here in this episode.
But only rarely.
There's been a lot of exhaustion in the world, the grand world, the earth, the grand scheme of things. And it's not just me, it's also with like a lot of people globally. And I'm not going to go into details, because you guys probably know what I'm talking about when I'm saying global situations. So I don't really have to go and elaborate on that.
Onslaught.
You guys are very clever and smart enough to know when I say global situations. I am feeling the exhaustion, let's say spiritually and energetically. I am feeling, and it's not, I can say I know the difference between it's my exhaustion and what I'm feeling in the environment, so to speak. I can feel in me there is a slight exhaustion, but I can definitely feel more in the world globally right now. There is a heavy amount of exhaustion and people just being fed up for a certain amount of reasons. And to be honest with you, I do not blame them. It is not, I'm not going to say it's not easy, because the way I live life is your mindset is what your experience is going to be. So, wait a minute, let me see who needs the most healing. No? I try and see everything in my life as rather it is easy for me, or I can get through it no matter what. So complete, well, let's say, resilience and the tenacity to win. But I can understand why some people who may think different from me, why they're just fed up with life. This is like, if you're, I mean, I'm not going to say that the world is as tough as this game right here, or the law of this game. But let's say between the world and the law of this game, the Earth is currently reflecting about, in my opinion, 55% of this game. So not this, I would say this is proper hardcore, like 100% full on survival. The Earth is reflecting at the moment, in my opinion, about 55% of this. And I can see why people are fed up and why they're tired, why people seem strained. Even when I'm like going out and doing what I need to do, like, you know, going to the shops after, I can see a lot of people are just wound up. They are so internally tight, like they have no sense of release.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, and then like something positive happened, thank goodness. And I see a lot of happy individuals as well, so I'm not saying I only see the negative people, the negative in everything. But I just see also, on the side, a lot of people are just feeling so wound up and tight. And it is what we consider very unpredictable, I've already done that, very unpredictable times. Now, without going into too much detail with you guys, because I don't want to like spill everything onto here, the reason why I am the way I am, to be honest with you, and why I probably enjoy games like this with a lot more challenge and difficulty, is because when I was a kid growing up, I was sort of going through this stuff already. I was going through having to deal with unpredictability every day, going through the challenges of the unknown, having to deal with very challenging and difficult people as I was, you know, going through the ranks of education and other bits of life. And even now, I would say it's a little bit easier, to be honest. It's rather, for me, it's easier because things have changed, or because my mind has developed such a thick skin and I've gone through so much, let's say also pain, which is not the best thing. But I've been through so many experiences and pain in the past when I was younger, that for me, what is going on in the world right now in the world is still difficult. I would never undermine it and say it's not difficult, but I have the mental, psychological capacity to deal with it more, to deal with the unpredictability, to deal with the unknown.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
But I understand why people who have never been through this situation before, who have never faced this unpredictability, even from a young person going up, are having such a hard time. Because even for me, it is pretty, like, you know, sometimes a bit uncomfortable, a bit uneasy. So I just understand why everybody's going for that, why everybody seems so wound up. Now, there are positives happening on the side as well. And I'm not just saying that to be Pollyanna, like roses and poppy fields sort of mentality. I can also see the positive. But it's like we're going for a very, very tough tunnel. And we're just having to put every bit of my...
at the very precipice of oblivion.
How did you get a heart attack? Do I want to risk it? Okay. I was not expecting that. See what I was just talking about? Unpredictability. It's complete unpredictability. Do I want to leave the mission? Because he might die. That's what I'm really upset. Well, not upset. That's what I'm concerned about. He could die. No, not you, not you. I'm playing a little bit of a risk here. Because this is what I'm thinking. If I can get him to the next battle, this person, the occultist, can heal him first very quick and his health will get back up. Now, I do admit, guys, the one thing I need to learn in this game is how to use the skills that actually help lower your stress. I need to remember that. But, you know, this is going to be a process. So I'm going to go ahead knowing the risk that one of my characters could die.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
So as I was saying, I understand why people who have probably never been through the situations of the world right now are being so mentally strained. Why it could be wreaking havoc on them mentally, psychologically, and everything in between. Alright, that's what I was talking about. So I've got opportunity, if they'll allow me. Okay, let's see if we can heal him up. Better than nothing. That's probably not healthy as well, so no, I can't get to him yet. I have got a bandage so I can feel he's bleeding actually.
Diminished.
I honestly feel, guys, we are being pushed through a very challenging tunnel, or let's say a very narrow hole, metaphorically.
Injury and
whatever's going to happen,
set the stage for heroism.
We're going to make it out the other side all right.
Cowardice.
Again, I'm not saying this as a Pollyanna sort of thing.
Is a
he got killed
proposition
off, so
in this sprawling
give me a minute. I might have to do a retreat and then come back and talk a little bit more afterwards. As I was saying before, I think that's why I like this game as well, because without my life is not this extreme, but it sort of reflects parts of my life where I've had to sort of be mentally in this mode, and I've gotten through every single time by the grace of God, and you know, and by my own willpower and not giving up as well.
The battle may yet be won.
There we go. That's not good either.
More dust, more ashes, more disappointment.
Wasn't expecting that to happen.
You will endure this loss and learn from it.
Like the narrator said, you enjoy this, you enjoy the loss, learn from it. That's to apply to my life too. And it has made me a stronger person, to be completely honest with you.